Aaron, who's back? Today is a big day. Who is back in the fold today?
That's me, right?
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
lights
Welcome,
out.
Chelsea. You've been missed.
Hello. Yeah, the Tuesdays have been, my social calendar has been busier than expected.
When you're
Must be
so
nice to have
popular.
vacation every other week. We're out here grinding all 22, putting in that work in every week, and you come in and reap all the glory. I love it.
I've been listening. I've been listening every week. I've been taking mental notes, trying to stay on top of things.
We don't even sleep. We're grinding this so much.
Absolutely.
And I can't. Hey, Cowboy Roski, the other R&R bearded brother, is at a big soccer matchup today. So we missed Roski too, but can't wait to hear about his two favorite teams playing.
Those teams are LA, right? LAFC.
Yeah, and one of the teams from Mexico. Let's see. Aaron, aren't you a big soccer fan?
Yeah, I can't wait for him to come back and tell us how the score was 0-0 and it was a riveting tie. Just can't wait.
I respect soccer, but yeah, it's never kind of took to me.
I respect it
Yeah.
for its
My son,
long
my son
history.
played it for a while, so maybe that's when I was the fan, and then he doesn't play it anymore. So I let it go.
It's like the only kids game that kids usually stop playing. Well, kids keep playing kids games as adults in football and basketball, but soccer, you know, I'll let Rusky defend it when he comes back.
Yeah, you're gonna get some hate. There's some hardcore soccer fans out there, so good luck. Good luck
Send
with
it all
this.
my way.
If I didn't say we're the VC Playmakers, welcome in everybody. What do you say, Aaron? Hit subscribe, hit the like buttons, you know all the good stuff.
Exactly. Follow me on
Comment,
Twitter.
like, subscribe.
Follow
Follow
me on
Aaron
Twitter,
on
not
all
anyone else.
platforms, everything.
Exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Big news, Cousins to Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Big news. Everyone's getting all worked up about this 5 year, 170, whatever. It's a 1 year deal for 20 million bucks. Let's all pump the brakes and relax a little bit.
And then he
Fernando,
gone.
yeah, Fernando Mendoza's coming in and they're doing the safe approach, letting him learn under a vet. And then the Patty Mahomes, makeup. Alex Smith was there. He came into a better situation because he got to learn and that pressure wasn't quite there. Because as of right now, when you look at the league, it's, hey, these rookies come in, they don't perform in 2 years, and they're like, hey, we got to get rid of them. Let's get a new person. It's like, how do you even know they're ready? Because Sam Darnold, he just won the Super Bowl championship and he was kicked to the curb several times. So,
Yeah. I hope that's what they're doing. I hope that's the plan because yeah, there have been, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, like it works out when you have someone to mentor a younger quarterback. So, and I think Kirk Cousins he enjoys doing that from everything I've heard and read about him. So, it makes sense. They have the money to spend. So, that'd be cool if that's what they do.
At what point does Fernando get the starting gig? This year, some point, or next year?
This year.
I
Ooh,
think he gets
yeah.
some reps this year.
Yeah.
Even if it might be due to injury, honestly. Like that offensive line isn't the most amazing in the world, and I could see Kirk going
Yeah,
down and Fernando hopping in.
I
Week 10?
agree.
Before? After?
But I take the over on 10, so that puts it on 11. Ooh, that'd be a tough bet.
I'm going to take the under.
I'll take the over then.
I'll take the under, or I'll just take week 10. Just
There
right.
you go.
Okay.
I'll take week 10.
So you are eliminated weeks 1 through 9 and
Yeah,
11 through 17. Smart move. I like that.
that's go big or go home.
Exactly.
What if the Raiders go crazy and don't even draft Fernando Mendoza?
I
Everyone's
thought
got that
about that.
locked in.
I thought about that. I'm like, that would be so funny. They're like, nope, we're all in. Kirk's our guy.
The chains with his shirt off on the airplane sealed the deal. He's old, but it's okay.
Costco Kirk. Kirkland
Costco
Kirk.
Kurt. I like
Now,
that.
with Kirk, what does it make you feel about Brock Bowers?
I'm trying to think. How was Kirk? Who was the tight end that he was throwing to when he was like on the Vikings? They didn't have what's his name yet.
Yeah, Hawkinson wasn't there yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to think like I mean, typically the quarterback that comes in new, whether it's a replacement or a rookie, the tight end is a safe bet. I feel like the tight end always seems to jive quickest with a newer quarterback. So I I could see it. I could see it being like Brock Bowers would still do something there. I mean, he can catch anything. Just get it in his
Yeah,
vicinity. And Kirk Cousins can do that. He can't
definitely so.
scramble.
No,
I
no,
mean,
he's not
He
moving.
can't throw on the run. So
no. So it sounds like a lot of quick, short passes to the tight end and let him cook, get those
there
yak
you
yards.
go. I feel like he's Brock Bowers, I mean, quarterback proof
Well, and I
in
guess
this
the
market.
question is, with Geno last year, we know what happened. I mean, Brock was hurt, but he was still drafted in the top few rounds. So is it the
I had
same?
him,
Is it upgrade
didn't
with
I?
Kurt this year? Maybe.
I don't think it
I
changes
don't
that much for me.
yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't think it changes that much. I think Gino's younger, right, than Kirk
I
Cousins.
believe so, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I've paid attention to Kirk Cousins because his time on the Vikings, and I don't know. I think he chokes.
Yeah, he's not known for big moments, that's for sure, which we'll talk about another quarterback who has some big moments later, a few of them that do.
Well, luckily, the Raiders won't have any big moments besides draft day. So
That's the thing. I feel like this is it. Like this is great. They're getting so much hype, and then I just think once the season starts, it's gonna be same old.
yeah,
Well, we know your love affair with the Raiders, so
I
that's what's
don't.
well documented.
she takes
Well,
3 weeks off, and 10 minutes into the podcast, already cutting the Raiders down. This was a
well,
quarterback
it's
topic.
so easy.
Now, Chelsea, I know you looked at the NFL Player Association grades. Aaron, did you take a look at them? Because if
I don't
not, I
need
have
to.
questions for you. Okay, if you're gonna get a couple picks, Aaron. So this is players voted over 1,000, like close to 2,000. I think players voted on the team's home field, their head coach, their general manager, the food they're served, their locker room. You get 3 guesses to who got the worst grade out of 32 teams.
The worst, I'm gonna go with Cardinals.
Cardinals are 31 out of 32. Good job.
Let's go, baby.
They got an F. F for ownership is one of their Fs. Ouch.
Wow.
We gotta go with. I don't know. I have a feeling Tampa Bay is not that high.
Let me find where's Tampa Bay on my list here. They're 29th. Hey, good job. So they got an F on their home field and team travel. Man, you're doing pretty good.
Team travel, like on how much they have to travel?
I think like their
Isn't that just
plane or their bus and maybe the
oh,
They fly.
okay. I
accommodation
was
They
to
fly
like,
get set up
if
commercial.
they're
there.
in Florida, they're gonna have to travel.
And then we'll rounding up the rear. I mean, I just want to say, I think that I'm gonna say it, but I think that it'll be a shock that it won't be bad. I'm gonna go with the
Do it.
Browns.
Browns.
I think they'll surprisingly be good, even though everything in my gut says they'll be terrible.
So out of the bottom 4, you got 3 of them. The
Let's go.
Buccaneers 29, Cleveland's 30. Their locker room also got an F. Arizona 31, 32. The worst team as an organization are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's
Home field
surprising.
F, locker room F minus, treatment of families F, and team travel F.
Oof. And they always say like
Brutal.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's this like foundational great organization. What? That's a little bit shocking.
I think Tomlin was really holding things by
Had to be.
he was really covering up for a lot of gaps. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's skewed a little too because I think the expectations are so high for the Steelers, right? With given their history, like they should be so much better. So I don't know, like maybe the Jets, who their morale has been so bad for so long, they just maybe they just give each other like C's for everything across the board because they don't know anything better. I don't know.
Jets clocking into 18, home field F minus, but I mean that's a big gap between 18 and I'll say the Buccaneers 29. But I would have thought they'd been down low
Me
here too.
too.
But maybe it's the whole we'll give everyone a C.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting too. Like, I wonder. I'm interested in knowing where Pittsburgh ranked last year, and knowing if this is a little bit of a hit job by Tomlin and the connection he's got to the players up there. He's like, hey,
That could
put
have
them
a
in the dirt now that I'm gone.
Yeah,
that could have a lot to do with it. Like I said, like morale is that you know that can be a huge impact into what you
Yeah.
score. If you're having a bad day and they give you a survey, like, oh,
that's
here
true.
we go.
Depending on how you feel that day, yeah, you could just light somebody up.
Yeah, it was weird. I think
Chargers. Go
I
ahead.
was
Go ahead.
listening to. I don't remember who it was. I was listening to some ex NFL player, and he was saying that, like, on multiple teams, like, one of his experience was like he was already coming to the facility, and the chef that was on site was already preparing his food, so by the time he got there, was ready to go. And in other experiences was literally an ice box with, pre-made sandwiches in there for you just to grab, and it's like,
Peanut butter and jelly for the NFL
yeah,
players.
it's great. This is
Yeah.
a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you're investing in these athletes, and you can't just go a little bit more premium on things, but
Right.
yes.
I did read that the Steelers facilities got such a bad grade because apparently in the gym they only have like 3 bathroom stalls.
That's
And
crazy.
people are like, you got to think about these linemen who are eating what they're eating. Like, I'm sure that's not okay to have 3 bathroom
No,
stalls for that many players on a team. So that
I,
alone is
that's
unacceptable.
terrible. Chargers clocking in at 15. Their worst grade was their offensive coordinator, who's fired, D minus.
And then
But
they got a really bad, and then Jim Harbaugh he got like the 3rd lowest head coach grade, I think, right?
he's not the most pleasant person to be around. I mean, it's pretty well.
I think Roman had a lot to do with that. I think they were really upset. And I think for whatever reason, he's got it's a politically correct way to say this. He just really loves Greg Roman.
He does.
And it's like on the Niners, right? That's just his guy, and I don't know why, because he's so predictable. He does the same thing every time. He won't change his scheme. Like, I think it's good to get a team off the ground, but he should have gotten rid of him a year ago. So I think that had a lot to do with it. But I was really surprised because I always hear that Jim Harbaugh's like he's a player's coach, and he's all in on his team. And so I also just wonder, like, I don't know, maybe it's LA. I don't know. Who
I'm
knows?
gonna guess sometimes it's his intensity rubs people the wrong way. But I agree with you. Like when he was the Niners coach, it was more the management who wasn't getting along with him. But maybe some of the players too, and I just didn't see the grades at that time.
Yeah, because then you hear, like, I remember Staley when these got leaked, right? A couple years ago when we still had Staley, he got graded pretty high, I think. And then after he was fired, all this stuff came out that he was awful. Like, he wouldn't wish his team happy birthday. He would ignore people in the locker room. He would, I'm like, okay, so
That's hilarious. No happy
yeah.
birthday. That son of a.
Or he wished some person, like, 'cause I remember a player was so happy because Harbaugh wished him happy birthday. And he's like, Staley never wished me a happy birthday. So
But
Wah.
once you start piling on, you're just gonna look for anything. And
yeah.
we only have 4 bathrooms. This guy's terrible.
Oh,
But yeah, that was disappointing. But it kind of made me think, like, how how valid is this? Like,
Sure.
are they actually, who is taking the survey too?
Well, that's the part too. Are you more likely to take a survey when you're happy or when you want to light somebody up?
well,
That's a good point. Most people go on to Yelp when they're upset.
Yep.
So
49ers right next to the Chargers at number 14. Their worst grade C minus for training room and training staff, which I would say, based on all the injuries they keep having, C minus might have been generous.
yeah. What did Shanahan score? He got pretty high, right?
I have it on here. Well, yeah, he did. I want to say he got an A or A minus, but we'll check here. Aaron, I want you to. Who's your guess? You get 3 guesses for the top. Who got the highest scores?
I mean, I gotta say, the Chiefs have to be in there.
The Chiefs are 27, locker room
Oh,
F. That one surprised me
Yeah.
too. Yep,
No,
wow.
surprised
yeah,
me
the
too. Yep.
Chiefs, they did not. It's a pretty old facility. I don't think they've made a lot of upgrades at Arrowhead recently.
Huh. Well, I guess I got to go with my lifelong fandom of the Seahawks.
Seattle did good. They're number 4. Home field did get an F, which that surprised me as well, but I imagine the conditions, the turf maybe is not great.
Yeah, some people feel really like they have it's pretty polarizing on the turf
Yep.
thing, turf versus grass.
I mean, I got maybe like the Lions.
So the Lions, number 9, their worst grade,
Uh,
C- for the offensive coordinator, but yeah, they're up there. Top 10.
Maybe
And
We'll
that's
give you
after
two
Patriots.
more.
losing Ben Johnson, so
Patriots 26th. They're right next
Jeez.
to the Chiefs. Team travel is also an F.
All right, Rams. Rams got to be up there. I know they got to be.
Rams are 19. Their food dining area sucks. It got a D.
and
Dang,
a
I
new
don't know.
stadium. What?
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. Wait, they gave their a C for food dining. What did the Chargers get for food dining?
Yeah, let's take a look at. So
Because it's the
number,
same
yeah,
stadium.
save those because I'll share it in a second. So Washington is number 3. The Commanders. Their lowest
That's
grade's a
surprising.
B minus. The Minnesota Vikings are number 2. Again, B minus. The Miami Dolphins are number 1. Lowest grade is a B. What?
It's not
How?
Miami weather. It's Miami. No
How?
one's mad. No one's unhappy in Miami. They're like, hey,
Let's take,
survey, blah, blah, blah. A's across the
let's take
board.
a look at these. All right. What was
Yeah,
your,
I
let's
guess
go to your
so.
questions. You want to see what the Chargers do, right?
Yeah,
Chargers
just to
on
get
twos.
I'd be curious, like the Giants, Jets too, like for anyone else that shares a stadium.
But look at the Dolphins here. B plus treatment of families, A minus, A plus for their weight room, their strength coach, position coach. Their coach is a B, right?
I know.
McDaniel, but he
They don't
gone.
have a coach. Yeah.
Okay, so Rams. What do we want to see there?
So whatever
D
their
for the
lowest grade
food.
is.
Food dining area is a D. Chargers give it a B plus.
B plus.
I mean, I know they have different like staff.
Chefs.
I was
Yeah.
just curious about like the actual facilities because they should be the same, but there's also training facilities which are different, right?
I mean, the locker room has got to be the same, right?
Well, I mean, they train well, they used to be in Costa Mesa. I can't remember where they are now for their training facility. Maybe it is in Costa Mesa.
Home field game. See what's the Rams got? See, that's about right. Yeah. Every game's an away game for them, for both teams.
For both teams.
Look at
Mhm.
Yeah.
A plus for Sean McVay. Killing it.
Well, that's where my guesses were too. I guess I wasn't really thinking about facilities and the food and all that. I'm like, all right, what teams vibe well? The Patriots seem like their coach. The Lions seem to like their coach, but the rest of
So
it's
Right.
just
here's
garbage.
food dining area D plus, home game field D. They got an F
Team
for
travel.
team travel. But yeah, their coach gets an A, general manager B plus, ownership B minus.
Yeah, so the staff is solid.
Yeah.
We got to look at the Cowboys.
All right.
Ownership's got to be an F, right?
Are they allowed to? Are they
No,
allowed to?
they're not allowed to.
Were they even
get rid of
allowed
them.
to take the survey?
A B for team ownership. Jerry Jones, a B.
They're like,
And
blink
general manager.
twice. Blink twice, Cowboys.
You let us know how
You're
you really
okay.
feel.
Home field a C.
That's a newer one too, right? I mean, the last
That's
10
like
years.
that was the top of the line stadium.
It's
I think
premier.
it's still in the top. Yeah.
Jerry's world.
I think the Washington one I'm not too surprised because of the change in ownership. I mean, that can do a lot for a team now that Snyder's out.
Home game B plus. Coach is an A plus too. Wow.
That's Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Ownership A plus.
Huh.
They were happy. Strength coach A plus.
Yeah, to be fair, their season went to crap just because of their injuries.
We wanted to see here's lifelong fans.
I mean, that's a lot of A's.
That's a lot of
Look at
A's.
that. Wow.
That home
Ownership and
field
coach, both
just
A's.
really brought them down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did.
Even if that was just a C. I wonder what the measurements are for home game field. Like, are they just talking about the fans or I
I think they're talking about the actual field.
I think so too. It's
really?
yeah,
Like the
the
was it the
turf.
Bills? Was the Bills stadium or was the Lions stadium where people were kept getting injured because they were like slipping on the side, and then one of the players tried to sue, I think.
Yeah, we've had a couple. I know there was one last year where they linked. It feels like it might even rotate between some of these terrible fields.
Right. Mm.
Yeah, Niners. I mean,
How,
not too bad.
how do you get a field wrong in football? Like one
I
team
think it's
gets
more
A
of the.
plus. Like they all should get A pluses.
So look at the Cardinals, because they roll out fresh grass every Sunday, which is pretty cool. Have you seen how they do it? How they get their
I don't
grass
think
in
I
their
have.
field? They roll it
Mm.
out outside, and then they roll it like to grow and everything, and then they roll it back in.
So they get a B for home game field.
Mm. Okay.
It's just like everything else. Their position coach B plus. That's good. Head coach B plus. Team ownership is a F. That just
Locker room is F minus.
yeah. Oh, one bathroom, one toilet.
Just a
That's what
hole in the
that one
ground.
has.
Just
Yeah, a latrine.
It's a latrine.
just the outhouse.
Yeah.
You gotta go dig it yourself.
Yeah. Here's your shovel. Have fun.
How do you think they fertilize the grass, right?
All right, cool. Why don't let's go. I think Chelsea said it. We're gonna go old school. We're gonna do some old school rankings. And I told my son a couple of these before he logged on. He's like, man, you got to swap a couple of these people out. So initially, well, we'll get to that one. Let's go quarterback first. Eli Manning versus Big Ben Roethlisberger versus Kurt Warner.
Hmm. How many of them have a movie made by them about them?
Just one, right?
Exactly. That's all that matters. That's big
I
time right there.
mean,
The greatest show on turf with him at the helm.
yeah, so I'm sorry, Eli Manning.
Big Ben and Kurt Warner.
I mean, yeah. Kurt Warner, for sure. His story is just so amazing. And Eli, God love him, he can't he'll never catch a break. No, you can't, like, no matter how many Super Bowls he won, no
Because they
one
got two,
actually.
right? Against the
Yeah,
Patriots. His highlight
yeah.
of his best moments.
I mean, two
It
Super
should
Bowls,
be.
that's like the pinnacle.
It's legit.
I mean, if you're trying to define a career or a legacy, that's pretty much the best you can do. But yeah, Kurt Warner has to be.
I
And
mean, when
he's got like way so much swag too. He does.
well, he's a good analyst on NFL
He's
Network too. I
great.
mean, he just
Yeah.
continues, and yeah, they
I used to
have him
listen to
come
him
on
on the
to.
radio a lot.
Yep.
He would do because the Chargers games used to be blacked out back in the day in San Diego, back when they did that because not enough people were watching the games. And it was Kevin Harland,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Kurt Warner would do the CBS radio. So yeah.
Kevin Harlan, the GOAT. Shout out.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
The
we'll
best.
give Harlan a flex, not for
Yeah,
anything he did
but
this week, but just in general
No,
because you
just
both like him.
just for
he gets
yeah.
an A plus.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
I think my initial feelings were Kurt Warner. I would go with because I think I like the guy the best out of the three of them.
Yeah.
We know Eli's got his 2 Super Bowls, but there's something about Eli. I don't know. He feels like he's like the underdog Manning brother. You know, Peyton played so much better, but he has less hardware. Or maybe they're the same hardware. They both have 2 Super
No,
Bowls
I
now.
think Peyton only has
Just one?
one. Mhm.
Oh yeah, they lost because he lost to the
That's his
Bears,
that's
I
his whole
think.
thing. Eli has
Yeah.
more than Peyton. I mean, Peyton has more records, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Big Ben, I mean, just durable, hurt all the time. He had big moments too. He's got that off the field stuff that probably shouldn't weigh into my ranking of him, but I
Shouldn't,
don't.
but
I don't know.
if you're going to
They weigh
include
that
the
in
off
for
the
Hall of
field,
Fame.
Say it again,
yeah.
Eric.
No, I'm saying I'm pretty sure they use that as Hall of Fame criteria, like
They seem to. They
against you.
pick and
So like,
choose. Yeah.
yeah, so
I mean, you
absolutely.
have to be liked, right? Bill Belichick could learn a thing or two
Right.
about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
does this
I'll say Big Ben was like, I mean, he was super tough, and he like the Steelers, right? I mean, he
Yeah.
brought that
He
legacy
embodied
back.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they used to be really good, and then when he was at the helm, they got really good again. But yeah, it's hard not to. Yeah, I just don't think he's a great person. And Eli's funny.
Oh
Eli's
yeah.
hilarious.
That's true. The Manning brothers got their special niche on their show, but also all the commercials that they're in. You always see one of them.
Yeah.
I used to really not like Eli Manning because of that whole thing that happened with Rivers and Eli at the draft, right?
I was going to
Because
ask you about that.
yeah, I don't know if you know that, Aaron, but the Chargers drafted Eli Manning and the
Mhm.
Giants drafted Rivers. They're all in the same draft class. And I don't think it was Eli Manning. I believe it was his dad threw a big fit, and they ended up swapped trading, which I mean, obviously in the long run was much the way better decision because the
Absolutely.
Giants built the team
Chargers.
around him and Rivers, you know, but at the time I was like, oh my God, what a baby.
You guys might still be in San Diego if that didn't happen.
Maybe
I was going to ask if you held that against him at all.
for a little bit, yeah, for a
Okay.
while I did.
I didn't like it, so I think I rooted for Philip. They're linked in my mind, Philip Rivers and Eli, because of that. I'm like, that's you don't do that. Come on, the Chargers
Yeah.
can't be that bad. I mean, they weren't like the Browns and the Cardinals and these other teams that are the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, and they had Breeze. I don't know if it was like the Ryan Leaf thing that, but whatever reason, he just believed that the organization was going to do more for Eli Manning, and that's fair. But what is interesting about those three, I want to say at one point, all three of those quarterbacks had the longest
Yeah.
stretch of consecutive games played. So that was I mean, when you're thinking about like quarterback draft classes, that's got to be one of the best
Oh yeah.
in recent memory because they all did really, really well.
So does this change? Ben played 18 seasons, so he's very durable. 64,000 passing yards, 418 touchdowns, 165 wins. Eli Manning played 16 seasons, like you said, also very durable, played a ton. He's got those two Super Bowl wins. Kurt Warner was a mentor to Eli Manning at one point. He ended up on the Jets. So that's kind of Kurt just has a much shorter career because he broke into stardom. I still remember that Rams team with Dick Vermeil. Trent Green gets hurt, and then they got to give it to Kurt Warner, no one knows about, and then that team just rolled with Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk. We'll talk about him shortly. That
Hmm.
team was just so good, super fun to watch.
But yeah, but then the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did it again. Like
Yep.
that's to do. Yeah, no, I mean, hands down, to do it that way twice is, yeah, he's pretty good. He's all right.
So, Big Ben, two
I think
Super
he'll
Bowls.
go places.
You think so?
I do.
You're going to say something, Aaron?
No, you're good.
So, Big Ben, two-time Super Bowl champ, six-time Pro Bowler. Eli, two-time Super Bowl champ, two-time Super Bowl MVP. And then Kurt Warner, one-time Super Bowl champ, two times NFL MVP, and then one-time Super Bowl MVP.
With a much shorter career.
Much shorter career. So I would go Kurt Warner. I agree with both of you. Then I'm taking Big Ben, and then I'll go Eli Manning. I want to
Yeah,
take
I mean,
Eli just because I like him better, but
if it was Eli Smith, I mean, do we really care as much? Let's be honest here. Like, carried hard by that Manning moniker. We'll see how the next one does too when he finally comes out.
Yeah. I mean, Eli, those Super Bowls, I think, I don't know if he deserved that second. I'm trying to remember the game. I don't know if he deserved that second MVP, but he was pretty clutch when he needed to be. I mean, the throws, those were some really memorable Super Bowls.
oh yeah, that was, and no one gave them a chance. It was going to be the
Right.
Patriots are going to mop the floor with them. David Tyree caught the one on his helmet.
The
Beautiful
helmet
one, I
catch.
think, to Plaxico Burris. I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, we in agreement? We're going.
I think I got to go Eli second.
Okay, you're
For
going
me
Eli's number
personally.
2. Aaron?
Mhm.
I'm going Big Ben too.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see. Hopefully Roski watches this week and lets us know what his ranking's going to be. Now, this one's tough. And this is the one where my son said, you got to swap. So I had Marshall Falk versus LaDainian Tomlinson versus Priest Holmes. My son, who wasn't alive when Priest Holmes was going off, said, you need to like swap him out, put in Adrian Peterson. I'm like, oh, I think that's a good call. So
Mhm.
who do you take? What's your ranking of those three? Adrian Peterson, Marshall Falk, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Aaron, you want to go first?
I'm gonna go with the one who got the coolest name, LaDamian. Woo!
Ladanian. Yeah.
LaDamian. LaDamian. Big LaDamian. I'm gonna name my second kid that. AP is bringing up the second, so that's a good call on the young one right there. Hey, hats off to the youth out there respecting their elders, the unks. And your boy Falk is probably gonna pull up the rear there. So that'd be
Okay.
the ranking from your boy.
Going Tomlinson, AP, and Falk. All right.
I mean,
You got to go Tomlinson, right?
I got to
That's
go
yeah.
Tomlinson. He
Yeah.
was he's one of the reasons he's one of the reasons I became a Chargers fan. Like
Oh, really?
it was Drew Brees because I went to San Diego State and it was Drew Brees was still quarterback and it was LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates, like that they were and so I got to see him in action so many times. I got to see him like I got to watch him in and not the it was the division, I think. Not the AFC championship because they lost to the Patriots that year, but they did it was the divisions. Yeah, they won. But anyway, so I Dayton Tomlinson, he had so many records. Dude was an absolute beast on the field. And when he couldn't run as fast, he couldn't you couldn't stop him in the red zone. He was insane. He had the sweet visor. Like he had a song that he came out with. I I suggest you look it up. It's amazing.
Is he
Can
singing
you
on it? Is there a rapping or something? Like,
he
what's
sings
okay?
it. He's like a
Okay.
oh
little it's like a little two
song?
step,
Okay.
but
Oh,
he's
I
got like
wish
the
I had it
Else I
queued
headphones
was
up.
like,
on.
he's
I know
making
it's
undergarments. I'm like, what are we talking
no
about
no
here?
no
I must have forgotten about
a
He
that.
wrote the
song,
thong
yeah.
song.
Yeah, just
Um
go featuring
yeah,
Wrote it
no,
James
for him.
Johnson.
Darian Tomlinson, I feel bad for this generation who didn't get to see him play because I think he was that good. AP, my God, my brothers were huge fans of Adrian Peterson when they followed him in college, and then when the Vikings drafted him,
Just a
struggled at
monster of a
first.
man.
So crazy. He was really
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think his career was long enough. I think his style too.
Physical. Yep.
Yeah, and he runs like upright, and just like an injury waiting to happen. So I don't know, and I didn't really follow Marshall Falk that much. So I mean, I know he was good, obviously, but I didn't really watch him play that I can remember very much. The Rams, right?
Yeah. He was drafted by the Colts, but he eventually ended up over on the
And that's
Rams.
where he like did
Oh
really
yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
So
He went to
I
San
have to
Diego.
put
I
him.
think he went to San Diego State too. I think.
Oh, did he? Is he an Aztec?
I
Oh,
think he is. I think
I believe.
maybe I'm wrong, but I could swear that he might be.
So I gotta put him third, but that's not because I don't think he's good. I would love to hear your reasoning for why you
Well,
rank him higher.
like you said, you feel sad for the people who didn't grow up watching Tomlinson. The same applies for Folk. That dude's a stud. I mean, to me, in my mind, Folk and Tomlinson are more alike than Peterson
Mhm.
is because
I
they
agree. I've heard
big
that.
receiving backs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, for all three of them, if you were playing fantasy football when they were in their primes, they would go, top picks. I mean, that's who you wanted. Um, I struggled with this one. Adrian Peterson's going to be my 3 only because he didn't catch the ball like the other two, but Adrian Peterson is a Hall of Famer or maybe will be. I don't know if he got voted in yet, but he had off the field stuff later on in his career with some child abuse allegations, I think. So I don't know what happened with that, but man,
And
he would just
he
run and
retired. It took him a while to
yeah,
retire too, so I don't think his clock started, well after he had stopped playing.
it's like teams didn't want to deal with the off the field stuff. I think might have been almost like he had the scarlet letter for a little bit, but yeah, just he was an absolute stud. Ladanian's I mean, just all class. Even when he had his celebration, his signature touchdown celebration. But yeah, he was like a wide receiver you could throw to, and great vision, great moves. I think he was durable. And then Marshall Folk is very similar to me. So I pulled some stats on both those guys. Folk, known for elite receiving ability. He's only one of 3 to win a Super Bowl and have 3+ Offensive Player of the Year awards. Ladanian touchdown machine, single season record, he set at 31. And then he had 8+ 1,000-yard rushing yards and 9+ 10 touchdown seasons. Adrian, they say, is considered the best pure runner. So he's 5th all time in rushing yards, and he won NFL MVP in 2012 after he rushed for 2,097 yards, and that was after he had ACL surgery.
Yeah, he was insane. He was fun to watch for sure.
So then when
But
they broke it down further, Adrian, best pure runner, best receiver, all purpose, Marshall Folk, most dominant touchdown scorer, Ladanian, and then Folk had the most team success with the Rams. But rushing touchdowns, LT, Ladanian is 145, AP is 120, Folk is 100. Rushing yards, AP, then it's LT, Folk, and then total yards, Folk moves up to first. Then you go LT, AP. They're so neck and neck when you break down all the categories, but I'm going to go Ladanian, Marshall Folk, Adrian Peterson.
yeah, I'll say LT and AP they they were on teams that didn't win Super
Yeah,
Bowls, which I
yeah.
think is kind of always like, what could have been. But yeah, I'm such a huge LT fan. I mean, and he's such a diehard Chargers fan. Even though he played with the Jets for his last year, the Chargers did not sign him,
Oh, I
which is
forgot that.
awful. If I hear someone say former Jets player LaDainian Tomlinson, I'm like, so, but
The Jets need all they can get. I understand why they're
I guess
saying
so.
that.
I guess so. But even like Junior Seau, they say former Patriot Junior Seau. I'm like, oh, killing me. Um, but yeah, no, he's still very much involved with the Chargers organization. I went to the game when they retired his jersey. The Chiefs destroyed them that game. It was so awful that's when he got his jersey retired. But yeah, he's just one of those people that's just good for football, like all around. So
Would be remiss if I didn't say
sorry.
it. Anyone watching, go ahead and slide into Chris's DMs if you want to send a jersey for the Jets to Chelsea for her to wear on the next uh, stream. She
I'm
will be
sure
more than
you can
happy
get
to
him
do
at Ross in New Jersey somewhere.
Get her that Tomlinson
that.
Jets
Exactly.
jersey. That's funny.
That is funny. I do
Junior
have
Seau,
I
my
have an LT
favorite
jersey. Sorry,
linebacker.
it's
No,
like
no, go for it.
I have a triple XL LT jersey because at the time it was the only one we could get. It's like Charger powder blue. It's huge. I can't wear it, but I have it.
Hanging on the wall like a
And
shrine to.
I'm sorry. And I have a signed helmet. My husband got me a helmet
Nice.
signed by LT a few years ago. It's in a case. Looking at it right now. So
Very cool. So all 3 of us went Ladanian, and then you 2 went AP, and I went Folk, number 2.
yeah, but after those stats, I I might put AP third.
Either way, you can't go wrong, it feels like, with those 3.
Correct. And I think in addition to the switch incident, he had some he didn't retire for a long time because he had some debts. So
True,
he's just
yeah.
kind of he's struggling post NFL career.
Yeah, and when you on the outside, you would think at the peak of his career, he had, like, the world in his hands, but then don't surround yourself with the right people is
Yeah,
gonna be my guess.
kind of a cautionary tale now.
I would love the opportunity to blow it all.
Yeah,
Just,
hey, me too. Me
yeah,
too.
exactly. Let me try and mess it up. I don't see how it's possible, but let me learn that the hard way.
All right, now everyone's favorite position, tight end. Jason Witten from the Cowboys Antonio Gates. We're going back to the Chargers. It's a Charger heavy episode.
Thank
Antonio
you for having me
Gates.
back for this. I
And
appreciate
then
it.
Tony Gonzalez played for the Falcons and then the Chiefs.
Oh, Gonzalez, Gates, and then Witten's at the end. I mean, I'm sorry. Like,
Gonzalez for handsomeness. Is that what you're going number one
oh,
for?
he's such a
Good
stud.
looks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, TG I think is the best on paper
Looking.
statistically, and to do what he did
Looking.
on two teams, I respect it. Gates, I think more so than Tony Gonzalez changed the position of tight end. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there used to be this running joke among Chargers fans because every single analyst and announcer would say, "Did you know that Gates was a
Basketball.
former basketball
Yeah,
player?"
I remember.
never,
Yeah.
never played football in college. Crazy. Like he was just built for the sport, and the fact that he's just a pure basketball player coming in this position and doing what he did, it changed it. Like it, what he did. I mean, you can see it in Kelsey, you could see it in Gronk. So I mean, yes, I think Gates is, and what he had with Rivers, they were like
It's
the
pretty special.
best passing receiving duo, not even for tight end and quarterback, just like duo. Um, so, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Tony Gonzalez is, I think Gates, Tony Gonzalez walked so the Gates could run. Is that the saying?
There
Is
you
that
go.
this? Am I saying that right? You know,
Well, and Tony would be one of the first guys to beat Dunk in the football too, because he was a
yeah,
basketball player as well.
he
Tony
was,
was
yeah.
but he was two sport. He played football and basketball.
hmm And with
No,
the two teams he was on, that matters.
no love for Jason Witten, huh? Sounds like you're both going him number 3.
Hard three.
I mean,
You know,
I liked him. He was good. I had him in fantasy. I remember like he was definitely good, but yeah, I just think he's um I don't know what kind of impact he had overall on the sport, but good guy. Romo, right? Romo and Witten, they were pretty fun to watch
And then
for a little bit.
was he on Monday Night Football for a little bit? Maybe
Yeah,
one
he was
season.
great.
Yeah,
He was so good. I heard that he kind of lost that slot, right? Does he still do it?
yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
he lost it. Yeah. So Jason Witten, so you can give him love. He's known for exceptional durability and blocking. Antonio Gates, I don't know if he blocked
No,
anyone ever.
not really.
He holds the record for most
Too
games
busy
played by a tight
scoring
end,
touchdowns. Say that again?
271. He holds the record for most games played by a tight end, 271, and then 13,000 yards receiving. But yeah, it says the Gates and Witten are often compared to one another. Witten had the superior blocking and just really consistent, but Gates has the touchdown production. Gates set the touchdown record for a tight end, 116. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All Pro, and then premier red zone target. Tony, Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Handsome, standard for longevity and production. He's the all-time, when he retired, all-time leader among tight ends in receptions and receiving yards. Let's see, yeah, Tony has, at the time he retired, 1,325 receptions, 15,000 receiving yards, 111 touchdowns. Antonio Gates had 955 receptions, almost 12,000 yards receiving, 116 touchdowns. And then Jason Witten, 1,228 receptions, 13,000 receiving yards, but only 74 touchdowns.
Yeah, that blocking stat, it's kind of hard. It's like
It's not
what's his
flashy.
name? No, it's not flashy. And oh my
very
gosh,
blue
my mind
collar.
is blanking. What's the Niners? Oh my God, what's tight end?
Kittle?
Kittle, thank you.
Yeah.
Him too. Like
Excellent blocker.
he
Yeah.
what like one of the best blockers
Mm-hmm.
in the league, and so that's going to impact his stats because when they need him to block, he's not obviously going to be catching passes. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that was a good tight end era there for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I gotta agree. Tony Gonzalez is my number one. I mean, I remember him on the Falcons and then the Chiefs, and
And he was
he's somebody.
successful
Oh
on
yeah.
both teams. Didn't they give him like a split helmet, I think, when they retired, when he actually
Oh, you're
retired?
probably right.
I think they did.
And he's someone you had to game plan around. Same thing with Antonio Gates. You had to. He was such an offensive threat. You gotta not let this guy beat you. Yes, he didn't block. Witten was blocking, but Witten, he was just more consistent, more of a possession type guy. And I respect the blocking, but Witten's got to be my number three. Definitely going Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, and then Jason Witten coming at three. All right, let's do one more. This one's kind of exciting. Wide receivers. Megatron, Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions. Julio Jones, Falcons. We're going to talk about his Falcons career. And then Larry Fitzgerald, maybe Mr. Arizona Cardinal.
Did they all only played for one team?
Julio was on some teams later, but it was
Oh, he was?
after, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Megatron was only Lions, and Larry, I'm pretty sure, was only Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Were you?
I feel like it's hard to compare Megatron and like Larry Fitzgerald because I mean, so much of what makes Larry Fitzgerald great is how long he played and what he did for well, I guess Megatron did the same thing for the Lions on not great teams. Although they did go to the Super Bowl, right? Fitzy did go to the Super Bowl. I mean, Megatron, you don't get a nickname like Megatron unless I mean, they call him the Freak too. He's so crazy. And there was just a 30 for 30 on him on Easter that I was watching, and I was talking to my dad, and I was like, has there been any player like Calvin Johnson since? And we're talking like DK was close, like maybe just with his build, but I I don't know, man. His hands were in huge. I don't know. I got to go Calvin Johnson and then Fitzy and then Julio.
How close are
Yeah.
Fitzy and Julio for you?
They're pretty close. I'm trying not to let my bias get it because I had a buddy that was a Falcons fan that was so, oh my God, like all about Julio Jones to a point where I was like not liking Julio Jones, but I got to give respect where it's due. I just think Fitzgerald was, he was just really, really, really good. Like, and so consistent and always there. And I think he's like one of the better route runners too.
Mm-hmm.
He just always found a way to get open. And yeah, so I just think I like Fitzgerald better. I almost want to say that it's almost like closer between him and Megatron for me. But
Okay.
Megatron is Megatron.
Yeah. I mean, just listen to how you announce that. Take a piece of paper, everyone who's listening. Write down this: Julio, Larry, Megatron.
Like Larry.
Yeah.
What do you feel like
Yeah.
that, Larry?
I'm not going Larry the Cable Guy. I'm not going the Julio. I'm going with the Transformer, the Megatron. I mean, come on now. But this also goes back to my whole like issue I've always had with the dependent wide receiver position. Who was their quarterbacks though too? Like during all that time, right? Like Megatron had a pretty darn good quarterback. They really could piece it together, I guess you could say. But that helps a lot. Coolest nickname ever, and that would be my number one, obviously. After that, I'm going Larry Fitzgerald. He just has a presence and an aura that brings good vibes to the team, and he was productive and amazing. So that those intangibles are kind of hard to replicate. And then Julio just brings up the rear for me.
It's a good point though, because he also Larry Fitzgerald had different quarterbacks. Calvin Johnson only had Stafford and Julio. I mean, at least on the Falcons. I mean, he didn't only have Matty Ice, but I want to say when his peak career, he was catching from Matt Ryan, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, yeah,
Okay.
Larry, if we looked at all because Larry played 17 seasons. So if we look at all the quarterbacks he had, he had Kurt Warner maybe for I don't know, 2 or 3, 4, something like that, would have been his best quarterback. And he did go to the Super Bowl with them. Calvin only played 9 seasons, so he retired probably in his prime or close to it. And Julio played 13. But let's give Julio some love here. Explosive playmaker with high yards per game average, efficient yardage accumulator. He averaged 95.5 yards a game. It's pretty awesome. Highest in NFL history, over 13,000 career yards. And he led the NFL in receiving yards twice. And he's described as a freak athlete. I heard that.
I'm kind
Wow,
of
that was on
remembering.
brand. Did you hear that? Wow, I heard it.
One of
Wow.
our loyal fans.
I know. Coming in hot.
I'm trying to think back, and yeah, he was everywhere too. And now that I'm trying to remember the like I said, I'm trying not to let my bias
Oh,
impact,
yeah.
but yeah, he was really, he was very good.
Megatron, physical specimen, supreme size, speed combination, unmatched, and then his ability to go up and win untested, go and win contested catches, and then it has the link to his name, Megatron. 731 receptions, 11,619 receiving yards, 84 touchdowns, and only 9 seasons. So those numbers are pretty huge for only playing 9 seasons. And then Larry, the name that Aaron loves, elite route runner, credible hands, consistent longevity, dominant slot receiver in later years, 1,432 receptions, second all time, and then 17,492 receiving yards, also second, 121 receiving touchdowns. This is the hardest one for me. I would be happy. It's kind of like the running back one. I'd be happy to have any one of these 3 guys. I don't know. My heart says one thing, my brain says something else. My heart says Megatron, but I think I'm going to go against the grain with you. I'm going to take Larry Fitzgerald first because of longevity, but I don't think you can go wrong. And then I'm going to go Megatron, but I feel like Julio and Megatron are, if I did like a side by side, they're probably pretty similar. Just he doesn't have the cool nickname, and so the nickname's got to win out for
Right.
Mr.
And
Calvin
he's
That's put you
Johnson.
over
probably
the
not
top.
as big. It just
You
felt
are a
like
Larry
I'm
guy.
remembering when
I'm going to watch Larry the Cable Guy when we're done.
I just remember when Calvin Johnson would catch passes, it just felt like he was just like, "Excuse me," like
You couldn't
get
stop
off,
that guy
like get
too,
out
though.
of the way,
Yeah. Yeah.
like they were just in his way, like
They were
inconveniencing
gnats
him.
around him. Yeah.
Like it was like almost too easy. And then at the same time, it really just showed how bad the Lions were. Because if you can't dominate with him, then you have a lot of problems that you got to deal with.
And Stafford.
At
I
least
mean,
Julio made it to the Super Bowl.
What's that, Aaron?
I was saying, Megatron and Stafford, that's a potent duo right there. A lot of teams would kill to have that nowadays, and just couldn't bring it home.
Yeah, I was watching this interview with Stafford when he first came over to LA. Um, and he was talking about, I think, Cooper Cup, right? Cooper Cup would have been like his number one receiver when he first started. And
Yeah.
he called him like Calvin a few times. I
Calvin Cup.
imagine he really had to like, because he was just like, that was just automatic. Like he was gonna throw to Calvin Johnson and it was just gonna be his dude. And you could just tell it was probably like an adjustment to just not have him anymore.
And they probably look exactly the
If you could
same.
have done it, the beard, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. The twinsies.
Gut reaction. Do you take Randy Moss over your number one? You both had
Randy
Calvin Johnson.
Moss
Yep.
over Calvin Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What about, yep, Aaron?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sore subject. The rumor was always in my family that my cousin dated Randy Moss when he was in college. And so
Whoa.
I know. But I don't know if that was ever confirmed nor denied. But you know, he's kind of like my cousin family by extension. So I'd still go Megatron.
Okay.
He's got that other name. You got Larry and Randy. Like, when you really think about the name, it's like,
Those guys are
but
selling moonshine.
and I just looked up his. He was also called the Freak a
Oh
few
yeah, I
times
mean,
too. Super
what?
Freak.
No one looked like
Yeah.
Randy.
I just think I did not like the way he ended his career with the Vikings. He really like just called it in the last few games. I remember watching him just not make the effort, not hustle. And I know that he was on his way out,
That's a
but
good point.
he's got the personality though, man. And watching Randy Moss and Tom Brady has
Oh,
to
good
be
lord.
some of the best football I've seen. It was my brother and I would always joke that it was like there was like a zip line attached, that no
Perfect.
matter
Yep.
where he threw
Yep.
it, it was just like perfect. And I know Tom Brady also had some strong feelings about Randy Moss, like just how happy he was to have him on the team. So that I would take Randy Moss over Calvin Johnson.
We still have some time, so I think you should talk about Randy Moss on the Raiders.
He was on. I think I might have blacked out. I think I missed that part. I think I just
It
disregarded that
wasn't. It wasn't
moment in
good.
history. Like Jerry Rice was on the Raiders too, right?
Yeah.
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 I think
But
that's just like a bad. Those people go to just
I
end their
think the
careers
difference
quietly.
between you kind of sealed Randy's fate for me a little bit. He's still going to be way up there, but the attitude when things weren't going right.
He's a
So if
diva.
you talk about Jerry Rice on the Jerry always gave it everything he's got, but he didn't have the physical tools that any of the four we just talked about. Jerry Rice didn't have those physical tools.
That's true.
He would just outwork everybody. Is kind of what that work ethic. But yeah, Randy on the Raiders was a nightmare because he was not the same guy. But as soon as he got to New England, his numbers skyrocketed. It was pretty drastic to tell you kind of how inept that Raiders team was, and then Randy not having the leadership characteristic to kind of push through.
Kind of like Devontae Adams,
Sure.
just failing, not doing well on the Raiders at all until he gets on a team that's going to actually do something for him. But yeah, I don't know if that says more about the player or the organization, but
Team
Now, what
effort.
about Tony Gonzalez? Do you take Tony Gonzalez or Rob Gronkowski?
I'm taking Tony.
Tony Gonzalez.
Me too.
I
Gronk's
mean, Gronk's
great, but he also
obviously
had
good,
Tom
but how
Brady.
much of his success is because of exactly, that's exactly it. He has Tom Brady.
I have the second
Yeah.
coolest name
Okay.
on here.
Travis Kelsey or Tony Gonzalez? Which one?
I'm
Gronk.
still going to Tony or Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said? I'm a bit of a Swiftie, but Tony is just so good looking. I mean, good at being a tight end. So yeah, I'm going Tony Gonzalez again. Sorry, a little Freudian slip
Yeah,
there.
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Tony too.
I mean, no
That's the thing.
doubt
I'm like,
Kelsey's good and he's a future Hall of Famer for sure. But again, I think he's also the product of what came before him. Nothing against him, but he didn't change the game the way these other guys did.
yeah. All right, cool. I mean, all those were, I think, kind of a similar place. Last words as we close out.
Thanks for the trip down memory lane. This was fun. It was fun to think on those times.
Yeah, and
I feel old. I feel very old today.
Listen, I can go back further.
I'm sure I heard the names you were dropping, like old fullbacks back on the Niners. I was like, wow,
I love those
names I
historian
names.
of
haven't
the game.
heard.
Roski, I hope you enjoyed that
Nuts.
1 point you saw get scored in your match, and we look forward to having you back.
Yeah, I'll just say one last thing is because I went to a Galaxy game and I was like, do I like the Galaxy? Do I like LA Football Club? 'Cause they're so good. They just, they like the new hot team. Eric knows this, but I went to the game and it was during the like strike for Galaxy fans.
Oh,
So because I guess they were so upset with the owner at the time, I don't even know why, but none of their what do they call them in soccer? Those fans that
hooligans? Is that
yeah,
Europe?
those
Yep.
like the crazy groups, all the different clubs that they have, right? Those little fan clubs. None of them showed up in protest. So it was all LAFC fans. and they were rowdy and they were insane, and some fans were getting really crazy up above, and they just vomited. And my husband, I had just moved down rows. Like he moved down, like, let's shift down, because we had gone down to like a different seat. And right when that happened, it just on me,
Oh no!
direct path. Yeah. And my husband,
Oh.
nothing. My husband was fine. Nothing.
I thought you were gonna say you moved and you guys just
that's
avoided
what I
it.
thought.
No,
This
you
My
walked
husband
right
did.
into it.
turn.
We had two. Yes, we had two different experiences. So he was fine, and I was like, okay, I'm not. That's the end of my soccer life. I'm good.
It's a sign.
Now, are you
It's a sign from
someone
heaven.
who?
And I was like, this is not the first time I've been thrown up on out of sports events.
See, Roski sees Ghost, you get thrown up on.
We're gonna have to build a segment for every
I
time
think I'd
you've
rather
been thrown
see
up
Ghost.
It was awful. It was not fun. It did not end well because it was a hot day. So I just had to say
this
no
gets
more
worse.
soccer for me. Although I did, yeah. So I mean, so I can't. LAFC is on my no game going list.
Now, do you
But I hope
gag as soon
Roski
as
has
you
fun.
as
A
soon
little
as you
bit.
hear vomit?
Yeah,
Do you gag? Okay. I had oh sorry in college. I was rooming with lifelong friend. We've been friends since 2 years old. Somebody threw up. But he's so sensitive to it that he's trying to run to the bathroom. There's like a zigzag throw up line in our house because he's covering his mouth, throwing up. I'm like, dude. But he just had that immediate reaction anytime there was any vomit.
Yeah. So I apologize for those that do have that reaction that are watching, because I know. But anyway, go Mexico.
There you go. We're gonna end it on vomit. Good stuff,
I know,
y'all.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's no ghost story
Welcome
to
back.
close it out. I don't have one. I don't have one. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.